All right, Prosper. How's it going?
I'm blessed, man. Feeling like the best.
That's what it is, man. Well, for people who don't know, can you kind of tell them a little bit about yourself? You know, who you are, where'd you grow up?
All right, so I grew up in Watts, Nixon Gardens. I'm saying I started music. Suge Knight really the one helped me steer me to be an A&R because I started off as a DJ.
Let's rewind a little bit, man. You know, you grew up in Nickerson Gardens, man. That's a pretty notorious project area. You know?
Yeah, man.
How old were you when you moved there? Were you born there or?
I wasn't born there, but I grew up there. I was a baby though, 3 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My mama, she stayed down the street on 109th. My grandpa, he had a house on 109th. That's still technically the hood, right? And then she ended up getting her apartment in the projects.
Okay. What was it like in the Nickerson Gardens?
Man, what? That shit's like a whole wire, paid in full. You just put all them shits together. Power, put all them shits together. That's the projects, the slums. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere though. You feel me? That was my motivation. Like waking up and going to school, elementary school, seeing smokers on the lawn, sleep. You feel me? I'm like, I don't want to be like them. So that's why made sure I went to school and I excelled in school. I was honor roll. I graduated cum laude.
You graduated from honor roll from
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
So how
High
was
school.
it going to school being from the Nickerson Gardens though? Wasn't that?
We had the school in our hood. So that's easy. That's easy.
You got the high school? High school's in your hood?
Not the high school though.
Okay.
See, a lot of the homies went to Centennial. I was I was in Magnet. So I chose to go to Dorsey because some of the homies was going to Dorsey. I was going to Gardena my 9th year. Gardena, fashion school. People with money, like, you know what I'm saying, families with money, they stay in Gardena. I'm from the project, so I'm trying to keep up, you feel me? But I heard Dorsey was popping. So I'm like, I checked out in 9th grade. Once I finished 9th grade, I went to Dorsey, 10th grade. Because the homies was going there. I had, you know what I'm saying, some was already going there. But that's where it was at, on the west side, across the street from the jungles. Still like hood, but a little bit more bougie though. It had the hood side and the bougie side. Best of both worlds, you feel me? I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? See, it was lit, man, Dorsey, man.
So you're going to Dorsey now. Is Dorsey Crip school?
It's a blood school, but some Crips niggas was sliding in there. There's some Crip niggas sliding in there, going there. The 60s was going there. Niggas from Harlem 30s was going there. But I used to know them. You feel me? You feel me? I know you from over there, but you feel me? Like, you cool, you know what I'm saying? And then them BPS knew, just be pressing them niggas too, but it's a lot of shit was going on, man. A lot of shit.
And so why you said you went to Dorsey over Centennial?
All right, so I went to, cause I'm a Charlotte. A lot of my Charlotte partners was going to Dorsey. You feel me? And in the drug spots, having money. So when they go to the school, they having the money. You feel me? The big homie let them drive their cars up there. How you got a car on a Camaro on gold Alpinas and you at high school? I wanna be over there, cause I could dress. I got a little flavor. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm on the team too, making my little 5,000 a week. But I ain't driving no cars, and driving cars. You feel me? So I want to go there, man. And then when I went, man, that was the best thing I could have done. It was popping, it was lit. Dorsey was popping, man. I had fun at Dorsey.
Now, did you stay out of trouble? Did you ever catch any cases growing up?
I did, but I want to say after high school. I ran into the police during high school. I got caught with blowers and all that. But they know the police. He ended up taking me to LP. I got caught with a blower, Coughlin. Guess what? He didn't take me in for the blower though, cause he knew I was a smart kid. You feel me? It's just like you growing up over in the hood, you have a blower on you. I got caught curfew, whatever. I was going to the house though. He took the blower. He didn't put the blower on it. You feel me? And like he always used to with me though growing up. He always with me. But you feel me? Like you call me with a blower one time, you ain't gonna catch me with it again. You feel me? But then it's like, shit, you ain't even give me no time for that. I'm freaked out. I'm freaked out over that. You feel me? So that me up, but you know what I'm saying? Let me know like it ain't really against me, but I still gotta watch out because he could hang that over my head or who knows, you feel me? I was getting away with a lot of shit though when I was in high school. That's why I was able to be on the team. Big homie put me on the team. I know how to cook dope, told me how to cook dope, all that shit, bro. I ended up cutting my finger. So we cooked the dope and we wrapped it, we'd chop it down to like quarter pieces, halves, you know what I'm saying? And I was trying to be fast and I cut my finger with a razor blade, a 5-star gym star. I still got the mark, bro. That shit really cut my shit. The blood was squirting on the dope and all that. Big homie laughing because he's like, you think you a pro at this shit? You just going on fast, thinking you got it. And everything, no, it's on this finger. It's right here. It's a line. It's a line on my finger though. Cause I wrap it up in those little clear plastic. Then I sliced it with the razor. I was going too fast. Slit my whole finger.
Damn.
I grew up in that shit though. When I was a little kid, let me tell you about this, because I don't think I never talked about this. When I was a little kid, I was on the porch, right? I witnessed the murder. I witnessed the real murder. And somebody that was, they couldn't see from their vantage point, but they seen me on the porch. And I could see. Why they had the police come to my mama's house, bro? For that shit. Hey, summons, my mama made me go to court. Oh, Jesus Christ, bro, I had to go to court, bro.
And was this in the Nickerson
It
Gardens?
was in the project, yeah. I was on the porch. I seen it happen. So when I went to court, when my mama told me we got summons, we gotta go. Like, we gotta go. And like, you can't get out of this type of shit, you feel me? So I lied. I lied. Cause I ain't seen nothing. You feel me? That shit was 40 years ago. 30, 40 years, you feel me? But you feel me? Like certain shit, like, man, that's one thing I ain't about to do. I ain't about to implicate nobody, get nobody thrown in jail or get nobody murdered, man. You know what I'm saying? But funny shit is funny shit and certain shit, I mean, it is what it is. I only talk about real shit anyway.
So what was your thoughts when you first seen this murder? Like, how old are you when you see this?
Probably like 8 or 9.
8 or 9 years old,
On the
man.
porch, yeah.
That's young to see a murder, man. And so
Yeah, but it's like, I've watched movies a lot. So it's like, in my mind, it's like it's no different from the movie because the movie seemed real. So when it really happened, it's like, I done watched so many movies, dog, about this time. Freddy Krueger, all type of killing movies. Like, shit, people just getting shot or, you feel me, murdered, you getting killed. I don't look at it no different. I wasn't scared or anything coming for me. You feel me? But when that police came, bro, and I had to go to court for that.
Was it one of your like older homies from Nickerson Gardens that got killed?
Yep. I forgot his name though, but yep, I went there. I plead the fifth. I don't know nothing on that stand.
It didn't impact you at all? You didn't
think
about it? Or
it helped me though.
Helped you, okay.
Yeah, it helped me. Look, so I did not want to go to court, you feel me? But by me going and then not even just telling them like, I don't know nothing I ain't see, you feel me? I wasn't there basically. And then helping him and his family embracing me for that, I felt like I did some good shit. You feel me? For the hood. So now he can trust me now. He ain't no snitch. At a young age though. I thought about my family, like, what if I do tell the truth? We ain't gonna be able to live over here no more. We have to worry about, you feel me?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like that at that age though. Cause I'm smart, you know what I'm saying, a smart kid, I'm ahead of my time.
How did they know you were there? So somebody had to have snitched on you.
Somebody, the person, so in our projects, it'd be a building facing the front, like facing this way, and then my row is this way. So they can see out their window. They heard gunshots. They looking out the window. They can't see nothing. They just see me on the porch. I was on the porch when that shit happened. And my vantage point was, you know what I mean?
Damn, okay. And now you see this, man, and this doesn't deter you from gang life?
Nah, I ain't even thinking about no. It ain't got nothing to do with the gang, though. Ain't got nothing to do with no gang. It wasn't like you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, I think it was a robbery or something.
Well, I mean, right, but it's still some pretty
he still by himself,
violent type of situation that
he could have been in the gang or not in the gang. This is how I'm looking at it. He dolo though. He by himself. You know what I'm saying? But for sure, it's a robbery though.
Okay. I mean, so, when you think back on it, like, did it didn't sway you either way?
It motivated me though to make sure I make it out the hood. So I don't have to be, you know what I'm saying, to help other people achieve their goals and their dreams. Don't nobody want to grow up in the projects. If you had a choice to where you want to grow up, you're not picking the projects, bro. Stop playing with me. You want to pick Bel Air, you want to pick somewhere nice. If you had a choice to pick where you want to live and don't worry about the cost, you ain't about to pick the projects. But going through all that shit and seeing shit, I'm not traumatized. It's like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to fall under that, so you got to make sure you find a way to make it out. You feel me? I ain't scared of that, but I don't want to be like that. So I figure out a way to make it out, bro. And then come back and try to help other people, because everybody ain't trying to grow up like that. Everybody ain't trying to be killers unless they got to, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. And you graduate. You said you graduated with honors?
Yeah, graduated with honors.
Okay. What do you do with yourself after you graduate?
So when I graduated, I had full scholarships. You know what I'm saying? Probably like 50 full scholarships to colleges. I ended up going to Dominguez Hills. But in the same time of me going to Dominguez Hills University.
Is that a bit? I don't know too
That's in
much
Carson.
about it.
That's
Is
in Carson.
Is that like a?
Cal State Dominguez Hills.
Is that like a big
It's a university? So yeah, it's major. It ain't no small shit.
Like a UCLA?
I was gonna go to Clark Atlanta though, but I was gonna go for the wrong reasons though. Clark Atlanta known for having bitches. You feel me? And I was gonna go to Clark Atlanta, but some told me to stay out here, close to my family and shit like that. So I stayed out here. You feel me? I was gonna go for the wrong reasons out there though. So I didn't go. You feel me? I went to Cal State Dominguez Hills. That's in Carson though. That's right down the street. That ain't too far away from the hood. So while I was attending there, I ended up getting a job. I'm 18. I ended up getting a job at a high school, at an alternative high school, being a teacher, a computer teacher.
So you had a job and you were going to school?
Yeah.
Okay, now did you graduate college?
I didn't graduate college, and this is why. While I was working at that school, I formed a group for the boys. They used to always the girls and shit, so I formed a group for them, took them on trips, and I ended up meeting Suge Knight on the way back from this trip. We on the freeway, bumper to bumper traffic, ran into Suge Knight, puffing. He in this Harley Davidson truck, puffing a cigar, and the kids wake me up because I was asleep in the passenger seat, and then I ended up getting his number, and then I'm persistent though. That's one thing I'm persistent. I called him, and he ended up inviting me down to his office on Wilshire when he had the death row office. And if he's trying to figure out what do I want to do, and I was like, I'm DJing, and then I work at this high school. I'm a teacher. He didn't believe I was a teacher. I had to prove. You know what I'm saying? Some people just don't be believing shit. You feel me? So he's like, "Dad, you're smart." So I know what's hot. I know the music. I know it's good music, and I know it's bullshit. He sounded like an A&R. I didn't know what the A&R was, so he taught me how to be an A&R though. This is after Tupac got killed. He had just got out of jail or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So P.D. Pablo was around at that time. Me and P.D. Pablo get into it, right? Our fire was loaded, lit. We at the Saddle Ranch on Sunset. We get into it. I'm doing too much. You know what I'm saying? I know how to take responsibility.
Well, so what happens? Break it down for me.
I was loaded. I was pumping him up too much. And he was like, "Man, you ain't gotta pump me up too much." I'm taking it as a diss though. Like, they don't be telling me not to talk, you feel me? So we get into it. Suge got on him though, for me. And I was in the wrong. That's what made me love Suge more. I'm like, yeah, even when I'm wrong, got my back.
So this was like when P.D. Pablo was signed to death row.
Yeah. I was there for that. I was right there, man.
So what was it like being around Suge? So this is after Suge gets out of prison.
Suge is so 100. Suge ain't like how people think he is, or like scary and like scared of him, and he ain't trying to come in and be a bully and intimidate unless you got problems with you though. But he ain't like that though. You feel me? I was around, bro. Man, that taught me all type. He taught me to, like, don't do this. The shit he did, doing dumb shit, taking advantage. He taught me don't do that. The shit he doing, don't do that. I ended up meeting Russell Simmons though while I was still I was interning for him.
Did you see him
He pressed me.
press anybody?
Hell, who I see he press? He got mad at me, so look, he got mad at me because I introduced myself to Lionel Richie. We at the Four Seasons. You feel me? But you busy doing something. I guess he wanted to introduce me to him or something like that. So by the time he look up, I'm already talking to Lionel Richie though, getting the card and all that. He give him his business card. Tell me, yeah, man, you know, he should like A&R for me, but I guess he had a relationship with him too though. And he's like, man, you ain't supposed to, man, I'm supposed to introduce you to him and all that. But he was really mad. I'm like, you really mad at me for that? He's like, man, the next time, man, let me do it. Let me introduce you. He's like, you don't ever listen, man. You think you think you know everything. He should be on me like that. That's my man, Free Suge, though. I talked to his son, Legend, too, though. Shout out to my boy Legend, man, Legend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you didn't see him press anybody? Like, get on somebody?
Man, press all day long. I don't be knowing. The PD Pablo, he pressed PD that night over me. So he's doing so much, you get used to that shit. I'm used to it. You feel me? That ain't nothing normal. That ain't nothing, you know what I mean? Out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? But rarely we used to run, like, when he run to celebrities, they bow down. They just bowing down to that. I got pictures of me and his Bentley and all that, man. I got pictures of me, him, you know what I'm saying, Big U. I got the pictures for the, you know what I mean?
Now, J-Rock is known for being from the Nickerson Gardens.
Yeah, he from the hood.
Now, do you know J-Rock? And, you know,
I think
he just got arrested in the Nickerson Gardens.
Yeah, he probably, you know, they petty, the police petty, man, they anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Were you around when he was blowing up? You know, I know he had that song with Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I was around for all that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying, I look, you know, checking the guy from a distance, you feel me? Yeah, like, team was, we was doing music too. Me and Nip always run into them, to the TD, you know what I'm saying, TDE camp. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, they had they who they were with, and then, you know, it's like they picking and choosing who they with. You feel me?
Okay, how did you meet Nipsey?
So I met Nip, knowing Black Sam, his brother, middle school. You know what I'm saying? And then running back into them at, I seen Black Sam. This is when I stopped Russell Simmons. When I stopped with, but the president, the whole situation up for us. So I ended up coming back out here, and I needed my transcripts from Cal State Dominguez Hills, and I ran into Black Sam up there. And he telling me, little bro doing music, he about to start doing music, talking about Nip. And I'm like, you know all the producers. You know what I'm saying? I'm already plugged in with all the producers. He was like, we should bring a CD full of beats, you know what I'm saying, give it to bro and see if he like them. So I ended up meeting up with Nip the next day. In his hood, matter of fact. Gave the CD full of beats. Like, all right, he's like, all right, cuz. He said, these beats ain't hot, nigga, you might not hear from me again. And I started laughing like crazy. All of them up hot. So the next day,
At the time, did he know you were a blood?
Yeah, hell yeah, he knew I was blood. Yep, hell yeah. But Nip is so in the future. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He was banging hard at this time, but he know he got to be an artist. So he know he got to, you know what I'm saying, rub elbows. And, you know what I mean? He trying to conquer territories too with his music. So that's how he looking at it. So if I get this right here with me from Watts, and I got Watts, I got the Knicks. You feel me? He had maps in his room. He had maps on the wall.
He had maps?
Yeah, maps of the city on the wall.
Okay. Well, I don't understand. What for?
Because he's trying to map out the territories that his music is gonna be generating through. Just like the hood, or this hood over there. You feel me? Nah, my music over there, and this hood, that hood. You feel me? This is like 06. 06, you know what I'm saying?
Who all was around at that time?
As far as like the what? Artists?
All Money In guys or?
Stone, that's my boy, Free J Stone, you know what I'm saying? For sure he was around. The whole squad, man, Cobby Supreme, Robin Hood, you know what I'm saying? All of them. Who else? Red Paul, you know what I'm saying? Who else? This early days, who else? Scrooge, you know what I'm saying? Scrooge is on deck. Nigga, I was on them dime blocks, you know what I'm saying? I was on them blocks with the only blood over there, though. This way before YG was coming over, you know what I mean? This is way before. Feel me? To be all mad at me because I got all red strings in my shoes, you feel me?
So take me through that. How does that
Rest in
happen?
peace, the 4-hour banger, man. Bo D. Bo D was that was Nipsey boy from Barnhurst, but he had to wear the glasses. But that banger though, and that used to always be, oh, you feel me? Every time, like, who is it? Who is this? I'm like, we used to get into it. Like, I ain't about to let you know what I'm saying? So we go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, who is it? Yeah, who is you? Like, you feel me? Then we used to go back and forth though.
So you got some red shoestrings in your shoes though.
You know what I mean?
And where you at this time? Where you at when this
happens?
And
they hood though, on Barnhurst.
In the
60s. In 63rd
red shoestrings in your shoes.
Yep. But by me holding my ground, and, you know what I'm saying, and like willing to get out, and then not trying to make no big war over it, like, it's just a phase, just head up. Started loving me and respecting me for that.
So now, you know, what's he say to you, man? He start questioning you, like, why you in my hood with these red strings?
He getting on me, like, you know, we just going back and forth. This, like, you ain't about to be dissing, like, you feel me? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's their lingo. I ain't gonna say they lingo, but you feel me? Like, he say something, you know what I'm saying, disrespectful, and I'm like, get out, what's up? Like, you feel me? The nipper, like, nah, about to get out with nobody. And then he get on his boy D Bodie, like, nah, pass my right here. Start, you know what I mean? Like, cut that shit out. Nip's always gonna vouch though. Feel me? It got to a point like, bro, there wasn't nobody was doing none of that. But in the beginning, early stages, yes, a whole lot of that was going on. You know what I'm saying?
So Nipsey kind of make sure that you were good and everything was straight.
Hell yeah, put his life on line, like same way I would for him, you feel me? Had him in my hood, it was good, you feel me?
Right, I remember hearing stories. They would, he would go to, even blood hoods with all his jewelry.
Yeah, live 100, man. He put the good energy out, you feel me? Only the haters gonna hate, the real gonna love it. You feel me?
Were you there when Nipsey and YG linked up?
Yeah, I was around about that time, yeah.
Do you know how that all happened or what happened with that?
I don't really know how it came about, but you know what I'm saying, I was there, I was already around for that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Were you there at any video shoots or anything?
Hell yeah, I was around for a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? I was around for a lot of that shit. Not probably the shit, you know what I'm saying, when shit went down. A lot of shit was going down too though. A lot of shit was going down. So it's like I be at the right places at the right time, you know what I'm saying? And when some serious shit going down, that I might not be right in the mix, you know what I'm saying? But he was right there.
Okay, well, I seen you got into it one time in Vegas with Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur Stewart.
Shakur Stewart.
Yeah, it was just a misunderstanding, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Shake, man. They called him Shake. Rest in peace, Shake. It was just a misunderstanding. He didn't know who I was. He grabbed my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Want me to go into the story, tell you? So that whole day was lit. I had just got signed with Russell Simmons, though. You know what I'm saying? I was one of the main A&Rs for Russell Simmons' music group. So he ended up having a 15th anniversary Fat Farm party in Vegas at the Palms. Before that, we was at the Magic Show. And so we all took a picture, me, Young Jeezy, Dame Dash, and Russell Simmons. And after that, Andre Harrell had a little party too. And that party, I guarantee you they were doing some Diddy shit. I ain't actually see it, but I went to one room where there was like, it's a room where you could do whatever the drug of your choice is. Whatever you're doing over here, you can snort, smoke weed over here. You feel me? You got their corners. I wasn't even smoking weed at this time. You know what I'm saying? I was drinking, but I'm really precautious because you know what I'm saying? I'm already aware about certain shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm watching what I drink. I got my own drink. I'm bringing my own drink that I purchased myself. I ain't taking nobody drinks. You know what I'm saying? I'm already ahead of the game. So I'm just observing. I want to see shit though. I ain't seen no crazy shit, but I bet you probably in another room probably with some crazy shit. But I was in the drug, wherever, your cigarettes, you smoking cigarettes. whatever you're doing, you snorting cocaine, you was in the room. I went in that room though. The drug of your choice room. That's what you want to call it. The drug of your choice. You want some, you can get some. You want some, you can get some. I ain't want nothing. Just checking it out, observing. You feel me? Yeah, that shit was crazy though. And then later on that night, that's when I got into it with Shakir though. So when I got into it with him, it was crazy because I'm already at the party 4 hours straight at the party. So I end up going out in order to go to the bathroom, you gotta go out the club and go to the bathroom in the Palms, the casino area. So when I came back in, as I'm coming out the bathroom, I see Shakir, Young Jeezy, Jay-Z, all of them going into the club. I got the black wristband on. That means I can get right in, right? And I walked in with Russ, I had the black wristband on. The bouncers knew, they remembered me. So I end up right in their entourage, like I came with them. We all walking in the line, you feel me? Shakir's in front of me, and behind me is their bodyguard. And then Jeezy is in front of him. He got his partners with him, Blood Raw, all these, right? So we all go to the tables, and we standing on the couches. So the couches, you know, so you can stand up on them and lean back, because they was, you know what I'm saying, the couches was high, like, you know what I'm saying, with the leather, you can lean on them. So I'm the last person to get up there, and before I left to go to the bathroom, I left a bag on the table, a Gucci bag, and it had the PSP in it, Sidekick, had all my little digital camera, had all my gadgets in there. And I had like four little bitches right here. They was watching I told them to watch my bag while I go to the bathroom. I'm testing them out to see if they gonna watch my shit. I had the homies right there too. Tay Natty, he was watching my shit, watching them watch my shit. So when I come back, I'm coming back right to the table, but I ain't know they was coming in there. So it's a gang of commotion and groupies going crazy because Jay-Z walked in, Young Jeezy. They going crazy, bro. And I walked in right with them, so I'm in the mix. So when we get on the couch, Jay-Z is reaching his hand out, because now it's loud. He like, yo, tell the bodyguard to push the bitches back because they crowding in. So I'm next to the bodyguard, but Shakir right here though, and then Jay-Z right there. So I'm telling the bodyguard, like, yo, tell him, you know, move the bitches back. So Shakir's on me, like, who is you, homie? We never met each other. I'm like, I'm Prosper, I work for Russell Simmons. You feel me? I got signed, I was A&R for a few months by this time. So I'm DJ Prosper. He's like, who? I'm like, I'm Prosper. He's like, huh? I'm like, bro, I'm not about to keep, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, don't even trip, bro. I'm about to go to where Russell at. Cause I ain't trying to fuck nothing up. I ain't no group. Yeah, let me grab my bag and go where Russell at. Cause I ain't gotta be around you. So after I go grab my bag, they grab my shoulders, bro. And I'm feeling a little disrespected after that. So guess what I had to do? Boop, man, boop. Gotta, you know what I mean? Don't touch me. Boop, bop, boop, bop. Nah, look, you know what I mean?
So you guys start fighting?
I mean, it wasn't I start fighting. He didn't fight back.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's how that
He didn't fight
went.
back at all?
Nah, that nigga, man, no fight, not a lick back.
Okay, and
the bodyguard fired on me though. That's the only.
How does he? Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. How did he get
So when I slammed him, because when he grabbed my shoulder, I came up. I put the bag back down, came up, bam, bam, and I put the headlock, and I jump off the couches. It's a table right here. Jump off the couches, on my wrestling shit. Headlock, him in the headlock on the couch, on the table. Break the table. So now I'm about to get on top of him and work him out, right? But before I can get on, have my, you know what I'm saying, he right here now. I got about to get on him, the bodyguard found me. And I rolled over, but it get up. I got right up. It's like it pushed me. And then when I got up, roaring like a hundred. I see Young Jeezy. That's the first person I seen was Young Jeezy. And he talking about BMF. I was banging BMF as hard as, bro. You'd think he started BMF, how hard he was banging it. On my mama, BMF, I'm like, hunters, I'm on him, hunters. So yeah. I tell him to come down off the couches. I say, come down off them couches. And I want to come off them couches.
What, did Jay-Z say anything?
Hell yeah, so Jay-Z over there, by this time, Jay-Z over there by Russell Simmons, saying, get your mans. And I said, Jay-Z, if anybody with you, I'ma get him. Cause I got nothing but respect for hoes. This ain't got nothing to do with you. You feel me?
And you said you almost got blackballed, bro. That's crazy.
So after the fight, after everything, after the smoke settled, you feel me? Damn, you know who you put hands on? Who was that? The vice president of Def Jam? Damn. I know Juice. You got Rick Ross signed, Jeezy signed, Sierra signed. You can get signed. Who you getting signed? What? That ain't even on their level? Damn, I'm not looking good for you. They might have to blackball you. Russell telling me like, yeah, we gotta have a meeting tomorrow. It's not looking good. You feel me? Like if I would have started it, I would have got black. It would have been ugly for me. I didn't start it though. And he admitted it. He admitted that I didn't start it. So that's why I was still able to, feel me, move around like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now, I believe I seen somewhere that you know Big U or you knew Big U back in the day.
Yeah, when I started fucking with Suge Knight, that's how I met him.
Okay, so you're hanging with Suge and Big U comes around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what's that like?
Shit. So I mean it was good. It was a good thing. It wasn't nothing wrong, you feel me? Coming around, you know what I'm saying? He was basically on our good side, basically. But he was fresh out. You know what I'm saying? And then they used to always pull up on Suge at the office and shit like that. I didn't know what for basically, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? They could figure it out. You know what I'm saying? They could figure it out. But you know what I'm saying? They start with Nipsey, that's when I started seeing Big U a whole lot though. You know what I mean? That's when, you know what I'm saying, I seen him already with Suge, so it's like it's a good thing, you know what I'm saying?
You kind of already knew him.
Yeah, so he vouching for me, he was vouching for me. He give props. You know what I'm saying? He even said one day we was doing a video shoot for the Bullets Ain't Got No Name video shoot. Nip, he hated that video. We doing a video. He was like, man, for Prosper to be an East Side, that freshest though. I had the Avirex leathers on, you know what I'm saying? So he said, for me to be an East Side, because I guess they think East Side wasn't, you feel me? Fly. But he said, for that to be an East Side, that fly though. And he said it was good for me to be around too. He said it's good to have Prosper around because Prosper know about the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like who on who team or who doing what or who you need to highlight about certain shit. You know what I'm saying? He used to give him my props though, unexpectedly. I wasn't even expecting that shit.
I interviewed BMF S-Class. Do you know him?
No, I ain't never heard of him.
Well, he was a blood dude who produced some stuff for Nipsey too.
S-Class.
Yeah.
All right. He was BMF?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I heard of S-Class. I didn't know that. Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see his picture, his face. Yeah, he look familiar as hell, yeah. But I can't say I know him like that. But no, S-Class for sure.
So when he came around Nipsey and they found out, because he's a blood dude, and they were like, yeah, you can come around, but don't bring none of your homies with you.
They ain't never do me like that. You feel me? They end up signing one of the homies from the hood. And they put Nip put him and his little brother on Bullets Ain't Got No Name Volume 1 on the last track. That's because of me though.
Killer Twan,
Dirty Murph. They put them to the Brick Boys on Volume 1. Bullets Ain't Got No Name Volume 1.
How'd you work that out?
I'm vouching for my homies. I'm like, it's hot. I'm gonna vouch for you, bro. You feel me? We all we got. You feel me? That's how it came about. So I let Nipsey Hussle. I let Nip hear Killer Twan's song, Watts, California. It's a song he did. That crazy, right? This before he even met the. He ain't even meet him by this time. We riding. I remember we was on the 110 going downtown somewhere, and I played the song for him. Watts, California is my mother's life. Nip heard that shit. He was like, who's that? I'm like, that's the homie from the hood. He was like, man, I like him so much, I'm gonna end up signing him. This is like 10, 15 years before he actually signed it. You feel me? Like real talk. So You know what I'm saying? And introducing them, you know what I'm saying? And then that's all it took. You feel me? He was already with you. And or for J Stone too, man. J Stone, my boy, he know what's up, man. I've been right there. My nigga always been in and out of jail. Yeah, this the last stint for my boy, man. After this, man. But they ain't got a kid. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? Do what I gotta do to make sure I keep my out.
So I see at one point you ended up hanging around Big U at his house.
Yeah.
So how did all that happen, and what was that like?
All right, so one day I'm with Nip. Usually I'm with Nip all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Man, me and Nip, we done been through some shit. We done been through a lot of shit, right? So one day, I guess he had to go to Big U house. I'll be with him all day anyway. So it's like he asked me, you know what Big U stay at? I'm like, I know where he stay at, but I ain't never like been there with him, and I don't think he know. Nip was like, no, you know what I'm saying? You on the team, like you know what I'm saying? I know where you stay at, and I know you ain't on no weird shit anyway. So come on, you coming with me? So we end up going to the house, going in the basement, and getting in the house, going downstairs. It's like 1,000 Crips down there. The goons though. Don't even hang with down there. You feel me? But I know all the already though. So it's, you know what I mean? I'm the only blood in that mother. But I ain't feeling no way. I ain't, feel me? Worry about, I done been around it already for years though. They got my back more than anything. You feel me? So while we down there for a whole hour. And Big U out of nowhere asked Nip. He was like, Nip, I told you Prosper knew where I stayed. And then Nip was like, that nigga Prosper said he knew you stayed. And I'm hearing he saying my name, so I ain't supposed to say nothing. I chime right in. I said, shit, I knew where you stayed at, because my brother stayed in Inglewood. You know what I'm saying? Deezy, man. Stay in Inglewood. So I'm always at Deezy house smoking weed. You feel me? That's when I start smoking. So I leave Deezy house and go to the shop, Crenshaw Slauson. So I take this little back streets. You know what I'm saying? And I used to always see the truck, the Infinity truck right next to the house. I'm putting two to two together, he must stay there. So when we end up pulling out, I'm like, yeah, all right. This is the same spot, I knew it. Feel me? I figured it out. So after that, he's like, oh yeah, we can't do no business no more. I'm like, shit. Cause I guess he feel like he knew, I knew where he stayed at, but he didn't know where I stayed at. But Nip knew where I stayed at, and I wasn't on no weird shit. So it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? I was invited over now. I can, you know what I mean, pull up to the house now. You feel me? He ain't never treat me like funny though. That's what I'm saying. He ain't never like, you feel me? He ain't never treated like he ain't right, or you know what I mean? There's a lot of acting funny style, you feel me? But he ain't never act like that though.
Okay, and what happened when you guys left that day?
Whew, so when we left, Nip just opened up to me. Nip told me like, yeah, he ain't with him no more. He cutting him off. You know what I'm saying? He tried to sign him, I guess, 20 years in the management deal. Nip said he only gave him 3 years. And then, you know what I'm saying, a lot of work he putting in. I guess still want him, you know what I'm saying, ends, and they ain't putting no work in on it. So he was like, yeah, he ain't having that shit. You feel me?
So Big U wasn't really contributing to.
I can't say he was. I can't say it was from what Nip told me. Yeah, nah. Probably was, not a lot though. Not as much as he should have.
Okay, and what happens when Nipsey Hussle leaves? Big U.
Man, that's shit. And you heard when they got into it. I wasn't there for that, but everybody heard about that. The little squabble.
Yeah, we've all heard about it.
Yeah, so I guess that's what happened.
Well, it's never. I think the story has always been that it was over the diss track that Nipsey made.
That too. All that shit is brewing in the pot. That's brewing in the pot. You gotta listen to the track, bro. He telling y'all in the song. He literally telling them in the song, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they got into it over that because he asked him. He's like, you talking about me? And Nip standing on 10 toes. 2 feet solid down, 10 toes. Don't stand, you feel me? And he told him to his face, yeah.
Were you there?
Nah, he told me what happened.
Oh, okay. So Big U confronted Nipsey about this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh.
That's,
And
that's when the
then
fight started.
that's when the fight started.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how did that affect Big U and Nipsey after that? Did you still see Big U after that, or was like Big U completely out of the picture?
Out of the picture for sure. You feel me? But eventually, you know what I'm saying, like, they got over it. They squashed it though. We, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip, even we had a conversation about it. Like, it ain't about to be beefing, you know what I mean? It ain't even that serious though. It's just like business is business. You know what I'm saying? You still a homie, but we ain't handling the business no more. You feel me? Of course, don't be mad and salty and hating because they ain't a part of the operation no more. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, over that. You still making plays and making, you know what I mean? Making your swerve, making your money. It ain't like you ain't getting nothing out here. So they don't really hate you like that unless they really hate you like that. You feel me? It ain't like if you ain't busting no plays, and you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you busting plays. You just ain't busting plays over here with us. You feel me? So nah, you know what I'm saying? After they, you know, said they little differences, it was cool though. It wasn't no super beef, maximum beef. Hell no. I was still over there. I had to be over there. I was in the trap spot late nights. So I used to work the graveyard shift. And Nipsey, like I said, I'm trap spot.
When was your last time seeing Big U?
The last time I was at this mansion. In the Hollywood Hills. Yeah, so nigga walked through the door. I'm fresh off work. I went over there and told my boy about some plugs he had. And Big U walked to the door, right? And he squinching because he got the glasses. He's like, Prosper? I didn't know how I was gonna go. Cause you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm Team Hustle, man. You feel me? I'm riding. I already picking. I'm with Nip. So, but he gave me my props though. From all them in there. My nigga Monty. I think Monty was in there. New York. A lot of New York in there. My nigga Breezo. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but it was good. It felt good with a give your props. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it 100. Feel me? Even though a nigga can hate you, but when they keep it 100, it feels good, man. I felt good. It wasn't even
And
no
you were
problem.
around. That was Monster, the dude that's
Yeah,
allegedly in the indictment now.
Yep, that was Monster. Yep, it was that Monster. He had the mansion. Yep. So you know what was going on right there. You know what was going on. That's popping up wherever the money at.
Now, I think you told a story about the police raiding Nipsey's house.
Yeah, so one day, you know what I'm saying, me and Nip, man, we be in that recording. He showed me how to record on Pro Tools and all, taught me all this shit. So he had a back house. His baby mom was in the back, right? He went to the back house. As he go in the back house, he's in the back house for like 10 minutes. I see the police come. Anybody come to the front, you can be able to see him when you're in the front room. I see the police coming. I'm like, damn, you feel me? I'm gonna check the front door locked. Feel me? They can't see me though, but I can see them. So I remember the back door is unlocked. You feel me? So as I try to go run to the back door and lock it, as soon as I try to touch the knob, the police is opening the door. So they got me and put me, you know what I mean? Asked me, are you here by yourself? Yeah, I'm here by myself. You feel me? They end up finding Nip in the back house. Then they come to the front and bring them to the front. They come cuss me out. Talking about, yeah, we taking your ass down to jail. You lied to us. I said, y'all asked me who was in this house though. It's 2 houses. Oh yeah, you a smart ass. You feel me? You going down. You feel me? Took all the equipment and they couldn't record no more and all that. Oh yeah, y'all gotta come back with receipts and all that shit.
Well, you know what year this was?
2007, I think. I want to say 2007. Yep.
Damn, so they take all the equipment. Now, did they get songs, unreleased songs
Hell,
and everything?
What? A whole lot of shit, bro. A whole lot of shit. I was so thirsty, he had this one song, it's called Blow. He did it over Rick Ross beat that he did that. I kinda got it, but I don't got the real track though. You know what I'm saying? I only had bits and pieces because he shouted me out on there. He said, you never thought you'd see with the blood, man. Nipsey from the 60s, Esco from the Hunter Gang. They call me Esco. Prospering like an industry name, but in my hood, they call me Esco or ES. That's what I go by now. I do music now. I go by ES, $. So yeah, a whole lot of unreleased shit, bro. What?
Did he ever get it back?
Hell no, he ain't get it back. We ain't had no receipts. They want us to come back with receipts and shit. We done finessed our way to get the shit.
Damn.
So yeah, man, we was sick about that, man. I was sick.
I think did he rap about it or he talked about it
For
before
sure he talked
in one
about
of his
that.
interviews?
Hell yeah, he talked about that. Probably multiple times.
What'd you guys do after that? You guys had to start from
So
scratch?
look, so basically we back in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Selling fake dope to smokers and shit like that, right?
So that made you guys have to go back into the streets. So you guys were out of the streets when this happened.
Try to be.
You guys were trying to get out of the streets.
Yeah. I forced the nigga back.
Equipment gets stolen,
yeah.
and now you guys gotta go back to the bullshit.
Yeah, real talk, nigga. We used to drive his grandma Corolla. She had a little green Corolla. They used to be chopping up fake dope, selling it to the smokers, smashing off on them in the Corolla. I was there for that. You know, so if nigga really hung around Nip like that, they been there for that before he got, you know what I'm saying, who he was. But I was there for that. And so I ended up leaving though. I'm like, I just came back from working for Russell Simmons to get back in the streets. So I hit the Russell Simmons again though. I said, I'm coming back to New York because I wanted to shoot this movie. My boy Tay Natty wrote this movie, P's and Q's. I said, find me a job and let me, you know what I'm saying, earn some money so I can pay for the movie. I told Russell, I said, I don't want your help, just help me get a job. He hired me to be he hired me at his store, the Fat Farm, to be the manager.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
How'd that work out for you? This was when
This
Fat
is
Farm
2007,
was
2008.
This is when it was big.
In Soho, Soho, New York, popping, crazy. The numbers of sales was the highest they ever been when I started. So it made me look good. It ain't like I did nothing spectacular. It's just that's how it happened, but it made me look good. So he used to brag about it and all that. He used to brag on me and all that about that shit. That's why we still tight to this day, because I ain't did nothing but, you know what I mean, be 100, stay solid. He seen me, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, beat somebody, you know what I mean? He see like, yeah, I ain't started though. So, you know what I'm saying, he always gave me a shot. That's why, you know what I'm saying, I'm forever indebted to that, you know what I'm saying, to that man. I'm gonna look out for him. It's like, he like a pops I never had, you dig? Never asked him for nothing, always wanna work. Let me work for this. If I need to make some money, let me work for this. Can you help me work this tour, you know what I mean? Never come up with my hand out. He respect that type of shit.
Now, I believe you mentioned that you were a DJ.
I started off as a DJ in the hood, DJing hood parties and house parties and shit like that.
Now, at one point, you end up at Ja Rule's house DJing?
Yeah, fucking with, this when we was fucking with Ja Rule. Ja Rule had a little spot in Encino. I was signed to Russell Simmons at this time. You know what I'm saying? We used to go to the house. I ended up DJing. I used to be DJing here and there. One particular night I DJed, I know I was lid loaded, you know what I'm saying? You don't mind if I take a sip, do you?
Nah.
Red curb, you feel me? DJing, played probably like 50, 60 songs, right? So in my rotation, this is like 50 Cent big, popping. 50 is in my rotation. You feel me? 50 Cent, man. I fuck with 50. And the song come on. Go, shawty. And everything went on. Everything went off after that. So we were trying to figure out like what happened. So the Ja Rule bodyguards tripping. They politicking. Like, yeah, nigga playing 50 Cent here. Ja Rule wasn't even mad. I mean, seeing he ain't appear to be mad. He said, play that shit on the cable network. Be having music playing, and he said 50 Cent shit pop up on there. Like, he ain't got no control over that shit. But it's funny that the other niggas was more mad than he was.
So were they mad at you? Did they try to fight you?
They ain't want to do none of that. But they was hot. They was talking shit, you feel me? But you know what I'm saying? Ja Rule was having my back door telling them like, nah, but hey, you know what I mean? He a DJ, it's in his rotation. And I'm standing on 10 toes too, like, nigga, you feel me? But they end up getting over it though. I'm like, how y'all more mad than Ja though? You feel me?
So
like,
did you go back to DJing? The music got turned back on?
I finished DJ, you feel me? For sure they ain't want to play, you know what I mean, no more 50. But you feel me? I continued DJing that night though.
Damn. Was that the only time you ever had a problem playing a song?
That particular time, yeah, man. They made a big issue about it out that month. Like, stopped the music for like 10, 20 minutes.
10, 20 minutes
oh,
over
my
that?
Mama, hell yeah, what? You know, we got bitches in there and all that. They don't think I'm like, bro, it's in my rotation. But the funny thing is, you think Ja Rule gonna be mad though, right? He was not mad. It's the bodyguards.
What about Irv Gotti? Was he there?
Nah, Irv ain't, rest in peace, Irv. Nah, Irv wasn't that type of guy though. He ain't hanging out with us. Like, Ja Rule hanging with thugs though. He hanging with thugs though, but Irv Gotti, the only time I seen him was at the studio. And he had that, and he ain't with like that. So he'd be like, nigga, whatever. That's the vibe I got from him, no lie. Everybody else was cool. Ja was cool. Black Child was cool. It was cool, you know what I'm saying, 100. And they fuck with the blood too though, so it's like, you feel me? I'm a B-dog, you know what I mean? They love that blood shit. I started writing hooks. I never wrote hooks before in my life. I always come up with ideas. I ended up popping a pill, an ecstasy pill. I was in New York at their studio, Bo Skaggs. To pop like 4 pills a day. So I'm like, that popping, you know what I'm saying? I said, let's give me a half, right? I pop a half a pill, right? Take that Wow, I'm emotional as shit, bro. I called my mama, I'm crying, talking about I missed her. Called my son. My mom was like, what's wrong with you? Cause you macho, man. You don't never be doing no shit like this. I had to toughen. I called Russell that day too. Told him I'm in the studio, Herb got him emotional though, you feel me? I love you and all that. It's the pill though. So I had to take that to toughen up. So when I toughen up, shake it off, go in the studio, I start writing hooks. I wrote this hook in particular. It's called We Gang Bang. How that shit go? We got the Bo Skaggs did the video for it though. We can put that shit up. You know when we run and we get it how we come, whether you cuss or you blood, you know us. We gang bang, we gang bang, we gang bang, we gang bang. Yeah, middle fingers in the air, wave them like you don't care. Either go hard or go home if you scared. We gang bang. I wrote that hook. But the video went crazy. I was out there, I'm in the video. That was like the first hook I ever wrote. And that right there is because of the pill though. I was lit off that pill though. But then I got to a point where, you know what I'm saying, you know, you control your mind, you can control your thoughts, you can control your destiny. I got to that point where I don't need nothing to write now, you know what I'm saying? But that shit was a moment for me, just to be there, you know what I'm saying, in that studio, and then write that hook and then made a whole song out of it, and then made a whole video out of it. Oh, my hook? That shit made me feel good. Like, that's like, oh yeah, you got a lane for this. You might be good with this shit. That sparked it. That was like 2009, 2008, 2009, something like that. They got the video is on YouTube. You can put that shit up. See me in the video, my red rag. We was out there, Hollis, Queen, that's where Bo's from. Hollis, Bo Skaggs is from Hollis, right? But he stayed in Southside Jamaica. You know, I was in Southside Jamaica. He had a house out there. I ran into Lloyd Banks. They had 40 day. 50 Cent do 40 days in the projects, 40 Ps. I ran into Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks, one of my favorite MCs though. So I ended up walking up, it's a crowd behind him. They walking behind him. I see the crowd, so I go across the street and I try to go walk a little fast so I can cross the street and start walking towards him. And I start chopping it up with him, letting him know I'm from the West Coast, I'm from Watts. I fuck with Nip my boy. He tried to tell me to come to the studio that night, but I was so loaded that I was like, nah, I ain't gonna go, cause I don't wanna, I'm lit, I'm loaded, you feel me? Who knows what might happen? I might do some goofy shit. So I didn't wanna go, I'm like, nah, nigga, just know I'm in your hood, you feel me? But that shit was like a moment for me. You know what I'm saying? I still be tapping in with that nigga Lloyd Banks, a lot of his producers too, man.
Now, I believe you were at a Swiss Beats video shoot one time when some stuff went down?
Me and Nip was at the Swiss Beats video shoot, man. So we go, Benny Boom. Matter of fact, Benny Boom, that's my boy, man. I've been trying to tap in with Benny Boom, man, for the longest. But he the one end up inviting us out, right? We go there, and why is these two? We used to always see these little two goofy ass in the club. So Nip would be like, they go your little homies right there. I'm like, them your little homies. So he laughing and shit. While we see the same at the video shoot in the little dressing room area, right? So there, you know what I'm saying? And we could tell they're some little scary ass valley. They from the valley for sure. So boom, and then we end up getting word probably like 2-3 minutes later that the jury is missing. I guess they were trying to do a scene, and the jury is missing. And so Nip,
You know what jewelry? Like a Rough Riders chain?
No, big ass chain or something was missing. Some jewelry was missing. And Nip was so brilliant, he thinking they got it. And then we end up hemming them up and they had it. And Nip like, what you telling Swiss, like what you want? Like Swiss know this really happened. So if you ever do an interview with Swiss, you ask him about that. That's a legendary story. Feel me? But then he helped getting jury back and got off the set. Off the little video shoot.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Epic, man. I was there for that. It was just me and Nip together on that one. Yeah, I miss my Nip, man. We done did a whole lot.
What'd you say? Like what'd they say when you guys confronted them?
They were scared. We like come up, you know what I'm saying? Like you already know the drill. Like Nip, like get the other got him, and Nip just, you know what I mean, grab out. He's like, cuz, come up out of, y'all got that shit, better come up out of it now or we're gonna y'all up. Basically. And he's already up there. And then we still about to punch them, but you know what I'm saying? They so scared that there's, you know, Swiss, they ain't want us to do nothing violently there. Like, y'all want us to, or we was ready? Like, no, yeah, they told them, get y'all ass up out of here. And then ran up out of there. Nobody was harmed. Nobody was harmed doing that. You feel me? Nobody was harmed. Only time somebody was harmed in all my stories is when I put hands on Shakir, though. That was the only time somebody was harmed. All these other stories, wasn't nobody even harmed. A lot of people getting mad for certain shit, they didn't even get harmed, though. That's crazy to me.
At what point do you guys drift apart, or with Nipsey?
Never drift apart, man. I was there. Nip died a day after my birthday. I talked to him on my birthday and the day he passed away. So that was on a weekend.
Okay.
That Friday I was with him, we was at the studio. Before I go to the trap, we go to the studio. He had just got the studio built downtown. You know what I'm saying? I got pictures of all that shit too, you feel me? That we meet up, prepare for what we about to do, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no drifting away or none of that. It's just when he passed away, you feel me? He telling me now, I can hear him coming back to me and telling me it's time for me to start building my own shit, my own brands, and you feel me? I got talent. He always told me to do music. He used to always tell me to do music, because I used to give Nip bars. Nip would get stuck on something, or you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I got some advice. Let's see if this hot. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he'll use it, sometimes he won't though. You feel me? I'm coming with the beats. You know what I'm saying? We got placements and all that. He can't. So listen, one day, right? I'm in New York. This was when I was A&R for both Skags. Nip called my phone, right? Nip hot. Nip ready to go shoot some shit up. This how I know Nip hot. Cause he going on. I'm like, damn, what's wrong? What's wrong, bro? He's like, yeah, the label playing with him. They try to own his name, NipseyHussle.com. So he tried to go purchase it himself. Somebody else owned it. He hot. He found out it's the label. They trying to send it back to him. He ready to go shoot the label up.
So did they own his name?
Yeah. I think the NipseyHussle.com for sure.
Oh, just the website.
I think so. The name too, probably. You feel me? But he hot. He mad. He ready to shoot the label up.
What label was this? Do you remember?
It's the first deal he had with Epic.
So this is when
Johnny Sipes and all them.
Okay, Hustle in the house.
Exactly. So I'm telling Nip, like, nah, bro, that ain't the route to go. You feel me? You're gonna end up dead or in jail. You do some dumb, you know what I mean? I said we're about getting the name back. You know what I'm saying? Let's think about something. Let's come with something fresh. I gave him the idea. iHustle.com. I came up with that. You feel me? I said iHustle.com. Like, I love you, bro. Like, you feel me? He said, all right, you feel me? Yeah, they said, I like that. And then
So
you
so that was it. You guys didn't really have to worry about the label anymore after that.
Nah, he didn't. But for sure, he probably still wanted his name. Everybody gonna want their name. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Go and reclaim his name. You know what I'm saying, from the label. But I know he was cool with the iHustle.com though. He ended up getting that shit on the license plate and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I remember when he came out with that.
Yeah, I came up with that.
I remember when he came out with that.
Uh-huh.
So, you said you talked to him the day that he was killed.
Yep. Yeah, he was telling me like, how you know what I'm saying, my birthday was the day before. Asked me, you know what I'm saying, I enjoyed my birthday and shit like that. And then saying he gonna see me Monday, because during the week we always meet up at the studio during the week.
And that was it. And then did you get a call? Like, how'd you find out?
Bro. So I'm still recovering from my birthday night. So the next night, I'm in the hood, I'm chilling, I'm still kind of hung over. My phone just started going crazy. Tell me, you heard what happened to Nipsey? You heard what happened you feel me? So I called their phone. Phone go to voicemail, right? Call Black Sam. He don't pick up. Call their daddy, Pops. Pops picked up. Said he was on his way to the hospital. I couldn't even drive. I would have crashed or something.
Damn. Okay. And what happened from there?
Shit, the outcome after that. I was just, you know what I'm saying, trying to pray and, hopefully my boy pull out. But so stuck, you know what I'm saying? Not even knowing, you feel me? The outcome. Just thinking my boy gonna pull, you know what I'm saying, he'll be all right. And then shit, once he pronounced dead and everybody knew about it, shit, just the whole city up.
Man, what did you think about Nipsey owning the store right there in the middle of the hood? Did you ever think anything about it or think like this might be a bad idea?
Hell no. I liked the idea. It's just, we supposed to have like just like any other shopping center, they had the security guard with the gun walking. That's the only thing I'd be thinking about. Wish we had, you know what I'm saying, wish he had with a hire to walk, you know what I mean, a security guard just strictly probably from over there, but armed to patrol their property. Wow, you know what I mean? And they didn't have that, so.
Okay, now you went to Nipsey's funeral.
Hell yeah, I went to the funeral.
What was that like?
Man, that shit was crazy. That shit was like I ain't never been to Michael Jackson funeral, but that shit was massive. It was big though. It was big, man. Everybody, their mama was outside at that funeral. Like crazy.
And you ran into Meek Mill?
I ran into Meek Mill, man. I'm trying to give Meek Mill his props. I'm like, what's up? I get scared. Like I'm like, bro, I'm trying to give you your props. Shit had me mad. Like he was acting scared though. For what? I got a suit on, I got the All Money In hat on, you feel me? I got the pictures of, you know what I'm saying, me at the funeral. But that shit had me hot, homie. Seeing somebody that you vouch for, put them on my mixtapes, seeing him, try to say what's up to him, you get scared, and then you looking at me like I'm crazy, like I'm trying to do something to you. I'm mad as a mother. So yeah, that shit like, yeah, that blew it for him.
I seen that at one point Nipsey went to jail for something, or when you guys were around, did he ever end up in jail for anything?
Nigga, was in and out, just in and out of jail. You feel me? Probably violating probation and all type of shit. You feel me? They was doing all type of shit. They been on missions and all that, man. That was a real one, man.
Did you ever go on tour with Nipsey?
Nah, I didn't. You feel me? I didn't. I was gonna definitely go, especially on that Victory Lap tour. But you know what I'm saying, that shit ain't never happened. So that's why I'm doing my own music now. You know what I'm saying? My shit crazy right now. Time to Deliver. My first single just dropped. That shit everywhere. On the streaming platforms up right now.
What was it like when Jay-Z bought those albums?
I told that Nip that day. I said, you made it, bro. You made it. That's what it felt like. You made it. Deal. Jay-Z, you can't even pay Jay-Z to listen to your shit. So for him to buy 1,000 of them at 100 each, it's crazy.
Yeah, damn.
You know what I'm saying? So I had hit Nip and told him, congratulations. You made it. You know what I'm saying? Everything else, this solidifies you. You know what I mean? That puts you up there. But I knew he was already big before Jay-Z did that. He did volume 3. I was in I want to say I was in New York at the time, but I ended up catching one of them big buses and going to Virginia or something, DMV. And he dropped that volume 3. And he had that song on there. Never let him knock you off your grind. Fly to take your life. That's when I knew it was on though. When I heard that song, I caught it. Like, it's on. This is before Jay-Z bought the 1,000 copies. But that volume 3 really solidified him. He was like, we did volume 1, strictly hood. You feel me? Volume 2, you kind of crossing over, but you're not there yet. But that volume 3, and then by the time we dropped that Crenshaw mixtape, it was on. It was lit. I was in millions of studio sessions with Nip, bro. Late night sessions, bro. So many different sessions. I was in a session one day when him and Dom Kennedy did that. What's that shit called? Please get home. Please make it home safe. Please make it home safe. Dom Kennedy and Nip did that. So when I see Dom Kennedy, I'm only like, because I'm a fan of Dom Kennedy, but he had dropped the mixtape that was crazy, then he dropped the album that wasn't so crazy. So I ended up getting on him like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, you supposed to went hard. Like, how you drop a dope mixtape and then you drop a trash album? Like, that shit had me hot. Then you ain't hear from Dom Kennedy for like a year or 2 years after that. So Nip tried joking me, say I had something to do with that. I'm like, bro, man, that ain't had nothing to do with that. He was like, you did get on, cuz. I say, bro, man, that ain't had nothing to do with me. He said, how you know? He like, nah, I'm just with you, but who knows? Go do your research. You know me, it is what it is.
Well, man, a dope story, man. You know what I'm saying? You definitely did a lot, man. You know, hanging around Nipsey and Suge and everything, man. You know, that's pretty dope, man.
Yeah, many more to come. There's a lot more stories coming too, man. Probably a lot of shit I ain't talking about too, but you know what I'm saying? When it pop up, you know what I'm saying, it'll pop out. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out Capone News, man. Make sure y'all subscribing. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all giving my boy his flowers while he here. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Keeping that shit 100% authentic. Ain't nobody gonna do it better than Cam Capone, man. Respect. That's why I'm here.
That's what it is, bro. I appreciate you, man.
And I appreciate you too, bro.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.